Good evening, everyone. I wanted to come on here tonight, really just to speak to you guys and tell you how important it is to trust God. Trust God when you're happy, trust Him when you're sad, and really trust Him in the darkness. There's a lot of times where we fall short in places of life and things don't go the way we want them to. We start to get discouraged and we start to doubt God a little bit. That may not be what we want to call it, but let's call it what it is. We start to get a little afraid. We start to get nervous. We start to get angry. We go through all the stages of grief and we start to really just freak out and we just don't know what to do. But where we forget is when you're walking with God, you walk with Him because you have faith. You walk with Him because you believe that He will fix your situation and He will continue to bring you peace and happiness and heal you from your problems and your sorrow and bring you to His promised land. So if God is a faithful God, and if you follow Him because you trust Him, put your faith in Him, why do you freak out when times get rough? Why do you freak out when times get hard, when the money is low, when you just broke up out of a relationship and you feel like there's nothing else better for you out there? Why do you feel the need to instantly think the worst instead of go to God about it and pray for the best and continue to walk on in life? Now, when I'm saying this, I'm not just talking to you guys. I'm talking to me too, because this word gave me so much revelation when I was reading it a while ago. And God was really speaking to me through this. And there was this one part it said in this book, it says, I urge you not to get discouraged as you seek to grow. As you seek to get better in life, as you seek to do better and become the person you see yourself being, you cannot get discouraged. The devil's going to try so much to knock you down every time you get up because he sees where you're going and he sees what God has for you. That's why every time you're doing good, an X pops up. Every time you're doing good, hey, do you want to go out? No. Every time you start feeling better about yourself, somebody try to come up and make fun of how you look or how you dress today. First of all, who cares? Because you ain't living for them and you ain't dressing for them. You probably even never gonna see that person again. You cannot let the little things in life discourage you and knock you off of the path that you've spent years to get to and build yourself upon on. And honestly, I'm sorry, there's hair in my mouth. Honestly, this is something that I needed to hear. And I pray that this is something that somebody who's watching this video needs to hear. We spend so much time trying to build ourselves up to the people of God that we are meant to be and that we want to be. And the moment we get our confidence and we get all high and mighty in God, somebody can say one thing and it flicks us off the scale. It's like you completely you just you drop. You're just you start to get sad again. You start to overthink. You start to think, am I good enough? I urge you not to get discouraged as you seek to grow. Don't let the comments of Satan and the enemy get to you while you're on your path with God. Because the devil ain't nothing but mad, upset, and angry, and he ain't nothing but to kill, steal, and destroy. So if the devil isn't nothing but to kill, steal, and quote-unquote destroy, why would we let his words knock us off of our ladder that God has us on to greatness? We really have to be careful with that. And because if we have the faith that we claim we so do called have, we cannot let things like that so easily knock us down and set us back. We cannot let little things discourage us so easily. We have to trust God in the darkness. We have to trust God in the process to know that our outcome will be what we expected it to be, and even better probably than what we expected it to be. You have to know, because with God, it's a knowing. It's not always going to be a feeling. You're not always going to feel him. You're not always going to feel his presence. Does not mean he's not there. There is just something that you just have to know. And so stay encouraged as you walk on this path with God and see what he does for you. Faith is the start of it all. And when you believe, you can start your walk and journey with God. I keep looking down because I wrote this, but seriously, guys, stay encouraged as you walk on the path that God has set out for you to walk on. Stay encouraged. Don't give up. And please, if nothing else, do not look back. You cannot look back. Especially if you're somebody who's just starting to get your life right with God. Some people who are already, higher in Christ, they can look back and be like, yeah, okay, and keep on moving. But when you're just freshly getting out of that, you can't always look back, because then you're going to think about it. And then you're going to ponder on it. And then you're going to think, oh, what if I made the wrong choice? Well, maybe if me and him, or maybe if she and her did this. No, there's no maybe. If it was meant to be, it would have been. But God has you on this pathway for a reason. So don't get discouraged and stay on your walk with God. You say you have faith. You say you believe. Show it in your actions and give it to Him. And trust that God is in your future, because He sets our future for us. Good night, everybody.